you guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
Hey, welcome to It's Drunken Chat. Said I apologize. We were having some technical difficulties. My ass couldn't get the freaking camera working, but here we go. We're freaking ready to go. Um, I will be, of course, joined by not the baddest motherfucker, not the ugliest motherfucker, but the greatest motherfucker that will ever be joining me right now, Sir Christopher the Greatest. How's it going, brother?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
All right. And I hear pretty soon there will be some good things in store for you. We just got to get you all set up here on the Comic Crusaders Network sooner or later. We just got to get those conversations happening. But man, we've had a interesting freaking week. A lot of freaking stuff, good things happening, and we're gonna jump right into it because it's 2 o'clock in the morning right now on the East Coast. I don't know what time is it on
Indeed.
over. Yeah, man. So,
Shit, it's
uh,
not even 11 here yet. We're
not even
about
11.
3 hours behind. Yeah.
Yeah, you must be lucky, man. Um, but yeah, man, freaking. I think what we're going to get into is. I'll talk about this very quickly, man. Hey, the fucking Megatron, that freaking shit is fucking. I don't know if you've seen the freaking videos, but
Yeah.
this Megatron looks pretty fucking badass. It has like 250 freaking phrases. It's got like this fucking battle mode. It like shoots like actual shit by itself, like whatever the fucking feels like it. And if it can transforms. The only thing is it's not $500, not $800. It's about $1,200 fucking dollars right now. So if and as you can see there, it says it's a limited edition. So it's only probably going to be maybe 1,500 pieces of this freaking thing out there. So if you got 1,200 racks to fucking just spin off like that, you can let me know because I'm getting me one. I do have access. I do have access to like two more. If any of y'all want to go in with me on some. Um, let's see. So no Ghosts and Gremlins.
I'm wondering if
Oh
that's the same. Is this the same program that they had Optimus Prime running on? Because remember we just had like Optimus Prime. I want to say like last year. So that's
yeah,
the same one. Like same is yeah.
Robosen. Yep, the company is Robosen, and the thing about the Optimus Prime one is that it was only like $500, right? So $500 out the freaking door. I think they're going for double that, not necessarily double that, but at least 800 to $900 for that Optimus right now. Um, but you can only think about like fuck a Megatron that's starting out the rack at freaking 1,200. You can Joe 47 says take two. Well, is he talking about Take Two, the company? I'm not sure, but Raspor says it's 8 in the morning where he's at. Good lord, man, this be over there like Southeast Asia or something like that. All right, but let's get into it. I have not seen. I don't know if I've seen the latest boys. The latest boys I saw was the one that was at the so-called like Bruce Wayne, Batman type joints. I think there's probably been another one. So, but you say
Yeah.
you're current and updated on there. What did you think? What do you think of this so far?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. That episode, this last one, was fucking great. I mean, we finally got a little showdown between Butcher and Starlight versus Black Noir and the Deep. That was fucking hilarious. Then Web Weaver. So if you have any Web Weaver fans out there, I'm pretty sure they were disappointed in this last episode, dude. Homelander, yeah, dude, just when you see that shit, you're gonna be like, wow, what the fuck? He's a brutal son of a bitch, and I love him, dude. It made me like Homelander like maybe 10 times more than what I did before. No bullshit.
Yeah.
Just a brutal motherfucker.
The thing that I've been looking for the show to do is to get more in line with the comics, right? Because there is in the comics there's two Homelanders, right? There's the
Hmm.
everyday nice guy freaking Homelander, right? He's just doing what he can and he's kind of like a little bitch, right? But then there's
Yeah.
the other one who's the guy that's actual making the really bad decisions and killing everybody. What people don't realize is that that Homelander is actually Black Noir, right?
Hmm.
Black because Black Noir is actually we don't know whether he's like a clone of him or he's something
Yeah,
of
in the comics, it's like he's a clone. He's a clone of Homelander because you know, I don't want to spoil shit for anybody, but you know, when they had that little showdown, they kind of get into that just a little bit. So he was supposed to be a clone of Homelander.
yeah. So it's a little weird. Now here's what they still can save it is because you got Mother's Milk, right? Mother's they haven't really revealed that Mother's Milk actually has superpowers and that he got it from drinking his mother's milk, which is where they got his fucking name from. Um, Now here's where it's interesting is because the new noir is black. So I'm wondering if that's the route that they wanted to go down to and kind of pursue that and leave that in there. So we shall see. There's a lot of interesting things. I'm kind of shocked that they want to. Is this final season or is there one more season? I think there's one more season
No, I
after
think
this one.
yeah, we're going one more season, I believe, because they won't be able to kind of conclude everything with I don't know. I think we have like what one episode left. Is it eight episodes a season? So
Yeah,
you know they can't conclude everything in that one episode. So we're definitely getting another season.
nice. So, but yeah, so it's disgusting and bloody and gory, and even my wife doesn't like. She still says like, "Yeah, I got to see the next episode." So, the boys is definitely doing its freaking job. Keeping my Amazon Prime freaking membership freaking going and making sure that I'm getting what I'm paying for. Chad K says where he's at, the goddamn sun is coming up. Um, Superman's. He also says that Superman's weakness is kryptonite, and Homelander's weakness is titties.
Titties and milk.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to this thing. I don't know if you're updated on this one yet.
Yeah, I watched this too. You know, my thoughts on this one is a little bit, bro. I liked what they were doing at first. Like, you know, there was some episodes, there was some not hit episodes. I felt like this one landed right in the middle because it's like the direction that I feel like they're going with this shit is like eh, hopefully they hit us with a swerve because right now I just feel like okay, OSHA is gonna be fucking evil, and then some fucking how either May is gonna die or turn good. That's just like how I'm seeing shit because and then another thing, it's like, okay, Jedi's are fucked up individuals if we want to get real with it, all right? If you watch that last episode, it just left me thinking like, okay, everything that happened that went wrong is all the Jedi's fault. All of them, dude.
Yeah,
Straight up. Their fucking fault with everything, why the situation happened to begin with, all the way leading down these two little girls' lives, right? So, you know, the way you look at Jedi's in this series, it's like you would think they're the antagonist, low key, versus to be some type of hero or centerpiece of the story. You know what I mean?
yeah. So the best thing that came out of it, and it was just one little line that they treated like a little throwaway line, was they said that the reason why they thought that the planet was uninhabited was because of a space disaster. That now brings up the High Republic freaking books and the High Republic comic books because in there, that's when the Starlight Station exploded and come and just like torched like a whole bunch of planets throughout the freaking galaxy, to include this particular planet, where they didn't even think the trees or any of that stuff freaking survived. And in fact, some of the life that was there got covered over under ash. So people are asking, like, why are they out there freaking with detectors and shit? Well, because a whole bunch of the stuff got covered off with covered over with ash, and on some of these planets there are artifacts that fell from the freaking starlight freaking thing. So that's what they're actually looking for, and people are freaking tearing it apart, not understanding that that little throwaway line was very very fucking important.
Yeah.
Chad K was saying, "F the show and they're cosplaying Jedi. This show might as well be a LARP documentary." So I don't know about that, right? So I do like the thing that's pulling me back right now is that little freaking line. Like, okay, now they're trying to bring in the books and the freaking video games and everything. Um, you know, they alluded more towards what was going on with the Rakatan. They alluded they're talking more about, or well, yeah, they there's little hints to mother and mother Aisha and all this stuff. However, where it was the episode before last, where you had really great freaking fighting choreography, in this past issue, I mean, excuse me, this past episode, I was like, what in the fuck? There was a lot of stalling and not blocking and just terrible fighting. And I don't know whether they were trying to go with well, they were younger Jedi, so they didn't have that much experience yet. Maybe that's where they were going with it, but absolutely, the fighting in this one was freaking terrible, and there was a lot of weird, awkward pauses, and the acting wasn't that good. So I don't know, man. I'm with you. This one was kind of in the middle, kind of threw me off on some part, but at least they did try and tie up some of the freaking story and give us a reason to keep going on, because we got what, one more episode, I believe, right?
One more episode. The finale is next week, and there's a couple of things that they still have to tie up. Mainly dealing with what's her name, the green skinned bitch. Have to tie
Uh,
shit up with her and Chimere, because
mm,
if you are my honest opinion, I think that the show should have really revolved around Chimere the entire time. I mean, I
yeah.
he
Well,
if he was
so
the focus, that would have been great.
here's the problem with that, is that originally he wasn't supposed to be exposed till the second season, but then they felt like his character was, or the actor was so strong, they was like, oh yeah, we could just throw him in there. But it's just not falling right now. It's just not doing it. In fact, the way I feel right now is that this past episode should have been one of the, at least the second episode, right? So instead of having us explaining to us about the freaking girls, let's show me the Jedi out in the middle of the freaking woods looking for shit, and then after we go through all that other bullshit, then show us the other side from the witch's point of view of what actually freaking went down.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, they probably freaking should have switched it. It would have made a little bit more sense narratively. Instead, we're like, okay, well, what the fuck? But then of course, because they try to make the mystery, oh, the Jedi did something very bad and they were blaming themselves for it. Well, that's not really freaking true. And now you just had us waiting on that. So all the little mysteries that they had us, that could have had us tied on and could have made them have another second season, they just threw that shit out the freaking window. So I don't know if they're going to try and have another one. Because I think the only other big mystery right now is who was his master that threw him away.
And I think it's her, because I think, I think he was trusting her, because if you remember, he had that little callback line when he was saying that it was somebody he trusted, when she asked him about the scar on his back. So I kind of feel like that's 9 times out of 10 going to be his master. And, maybe she saw kind of like a Luke and Kylo Ren situation where, she saw or sensed evil in him. So she tried to get rid of him on her own, right?
Mhm.
So I just felt like that's probably the background with him. But to me, I think that he was one of the most interesting characters in the entire series. I don't have an attachment to the twins like that. I fucking hate Maya because, just how she operates. I don't like that shit. And then Osha is just like a wet behind the ear ass character, that just seems to just not know shit, and it's kind of going with the motions. So I felt like I never built any type of attachment to either one. You know what I mean? My attachment was more with Chimere because he was the only one that was mysterious, and he was the only one that showed the best fighting throughout the whole series to me. So That's why I said like that. It's just a wasted opportunity, in my opinion, if they don't explore either more with him or at least leave us with the cliffhanger that we could possibly have more something with him in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of done with the whole mysterious, broody, freaking teenager. That's who Camaro looks like to me, man. He just looks like some broody teenager that he's kind of supposed to be off the corner and like nobody understands him and everything, and I'm just not feeling that, right?
But remember, bro, that scene in the forest, dude, he was fucking brutal. He killed all of them like that in that scene. The way he did that shit was fucking dope to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the yeah, that's. I mean, he killed a whole bunch of Padawan, but he did. It was just freaking weird. Which once again, absolutely love the choreography of the fight, man. But it was just like, okay,
Yeah.
fine, So Chad K says, "Hey, we got a fucking Sith Lord. No, yeah, Sith Lord and a Gimp mask. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. This. Let's see. Where we at? Oh, here we are. All right, so that's the mask. Tell me
Yeah.
that doesn't look like Chainsaw Man."
Straight. It looks like straight Chainsaw Man.
All you
Yeah.
need is a little saw coming out that motherfucker. Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's pretty much spot on, damn near. Yeah.
Let's see. How much are they selling that Khmer mask for?
I think it's like
100? No, 80.
100 bucks.
Yeah, no, 80. Yeah, probably 100. They got it in my car for 86. Takes
Yeah.
triple A batteries and shit. So, yeah. Uh, but yeah. So I'm glad that they got that. But so what I do want to see is I did and I've been hoping that they would do that is introduce more of the stuff from the books and the comic books. Get us freaking there. Stop with because that whole last episode where people were getting on, oh, the freaking Cursus metal and he's on this fucking I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That does not expound on the Star Wars universe at all, right? It
Yeah.
didn't. So let's get off that. Let's expand into the universe because we're supposed to be now. The whole disappearing trick where they turned into fucking smoke, that could be something because
Yeah.
there's stuff in the comic books from that. That's a whole thing. So I want to stand by for that one. Let's see. Girl killed a Jedi master with a knife. Yeah. They had one good episode in the season. No thanks. Jedi Chat Case says I have Star Wars encyclopedias and I love Star Wars, but it's being taken down a path I cannot follow. I'm effectively Padme. So that's let me get let's go into this. Can I blow this up? Yeah, so there's an interesting thing going on with Wikipedia right now. One of the main contributors to the whole Star Wars Wikipedia page is, and because a lot of these fans, when they've been looking at this stuff and trying to figure out what's going on, then they go straight to the Wikipedia page to figure out the dates and times and characters and everything. And the one big thing that people were all upset about was what's his name, De Kaundi or something like that. Whatever the fuck his name. Oh, Jedi Master Kiadi Mundi. Right, because they're like, why is he even near? He's not even supposed to be born yet. And then it went to the Wikipedia page, and the dates were just freaking off and everything. And then, well, this is the guy that had. There was this one guy. He was the guy that had to fall on the sword because apparently, what Wikipedia is saying is that they relied on him for the source, and because he listed sources, and when I checked out the freaking sources, the sources never even came close to mentioning anything like that. And it was talking about a master, but it never really had any freaking dates. Now now they're saying that there was a 1999 CD-ROM for the Star Wars Insider that was an authoritative source. I haven't been able to check that out yet. It was like CD-ROM, and there was some other thing that they were using for their freaking dates. But now people are saying that that's freaking wrong. That that's not in there as well. Saying there's that the dude is making stuff up. So it's tough right now. So in fact, they made the guy freaking quit, which is weird because he does. It's not a paid gig for him. It's just like some shit that he likes to do in his fucking free time. Um, they issued an apology for the mix-up and everything. Um, but it's freaking wild, and people. These people were weird. Like the people that were fans that were going to the page, they were sending this motherfucker death threats, which
Oh,
is wild. Like,
yeah,
wait,
that's wild.
like, I mean, maybe follow it up with don't send death threats. Just send him your sources on what you think was going on and what they said. Don't just say, "Well, fuck you. I'm gonna fucking kill you and your whole family." Don't do that. Don't do that because you're just proving everything that all these people have been saying about the fandom. Like y'all are just wild for no fucking reason.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
wild for somebody to be doing something like this out of their own free time, and it turned into something so big where people use it as a damn near diehard reference, only to get a thing wrong here or there, and now we want to kill your whole fucking family. That is fucking bananas. So I mean, you think about it though, for the day and age we're living in, that's how motherfuckers are, bro. There's no zero and slight escalation. It's always
yeah,
either 0 to fucking 1 billion. That's
yeah.
it.
Well, what's even wilder is that okay? So, well, that's not even the wildest thing. The wild thing is you send death threats, but once again, this is not a paid freaking position for him. This is something that he likes to do in his freaking free time. So he was on his Twitter, he was in the Discord and all that other stuff. There was a public vote to kick him all out of all that social media stuff.
Wow.
So all the free stuff that he was doing, they kicked him out of that
It kicked him
because
out of
of a
his
freaking
own shit.
out of for a mistake, which is
Yeah.
wild, man.
Yeah.
Fucking wild. I
You
don't
would
know.
think that people would come together and just correct it versus to do all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just like us in the comic industry where we can't decide on what the fuck should be a first full appearance or a cameo and which one should matter. It's the same thing. When you try to get a group of people to decide on something, they'd rather fight versus to actually come together and correct that shit and move forward. You know what I mean? People thrive
Mhm.
on this drama shit. So that's just the day and age we're living in.
Some people like caffeine. Some people like the fucking drama to wake up in the morning, man. Like shit.
Yeah.
Chad Cave is asking, Yoda was born 800 years prior. Where the fuck is he at? I don't know. Boy, I said you can't get that worked up ever. Make believe over make believe. Yeah, like yes, for real. I mean, always saying like there are some people over cartoons, over funny animals. We can get upset all the way. Like I can get it. Maybe if it's some shit that is because what was the shit? It was the Godzilla book, right? The Godzilla book that went for how much did it go for? Did it go for 5,000 or 10,000?
I
It was the
think it
first.
was.
It was the first appearance of Godzilla, right? And then it turns out that the one that Heritage sold was not the first appearance of Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
And it's a little shady because people have been telling them and sending them a message and emails and all that other stuff that hey, that is not the first appearance. If you're going to sell it, at least stop saying that's the fucking first appearance. And they took it off there. They took it off the CGC board. They took it off everywhere. And so and it's fucking raw right now.
Yeah, dude. They need to, like they said on House of Stein earlier, they need to. I think that they should kind of bring the Comic Code Authority around again, right? So that we can start actually getting definitive answers instead of just following the money. You know what I mean? That made a lot of sense to me earlier. So,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
don't. Yeah, I'm going down another route. I liked what they were doing with Baby Yoda, right?
yeah,
Because here's the deal: they're trying to get a lot of females into the fandom through. strong female characters. We already had strong female characters with Princess Leia and the like. But my wife didn't care about Princess Leia. She did care about Baby Yoda. So they should just carry along with Baby Yoda. And my wife and her friends, they will definitely be there to see what the heck is going on. I don't need that many much more details on Star Wars. If I do, then I got the freaking books and the freaking comic books. Um, and I can tell you that them giving us all these freaking details ruins it. And I'll give you an example. My very good friend Luis, man, freaking awesome fucking mechanic, awesome freaking person. Give you the shirt off his fucking back. I used back in California used to hung out with him for 3 years on the fucking weekends, man. And at his garage, right? And we'd always have these customers come in, right? And as he's working on his shit, right, he would always tell the same fucking story. So I heard the story 30 freaking times, right? Where he would talk about like, how he came up, how he learned about freaking cars and everything. The way he learned about cars is his dad would wake him up every other fucking weekend and make him um, mow the lawn, right? So in order to mow the lawn, he had one of those fucking push start joints, right? But the
Yeah.
motherfucker wouldn't fucking work, right? So so his dad was telling him, oh, you got to make sure there's fucking gas in it, you got to make sure that there's oil in it, you got to do this, that, and the other thing. So played it soon enough. He learned everything there is about the fucking gas motors. He learned everything, and that's how he learned everything about cars. Because some gas lawnmowers are the same thing as fucking cars. And he would tell the same fucking story, but every time he told it, it was kind of like a different fucking way, kind of tell it to the person he was fucking telling it to. It was crazy, but a great fucking story. Man. He had motherfuckers crying in the fucking garage. Listen to this fucking story. It was a crazy fucking story. Until one day, he invited me to his cousin's quinceanera, right? And at the quinceanera was his dad, right? And we're sitting there at the fucking quinceanera, and once again, he's telling this fucking story to his grandkids are there, his kids are there, and and his OG fucking dad is there, fucking just listen to him tell this fucking story. It was like, yeah, man, that's how I fucking learn fucking lawnmowers, because your pop wanted me to learn how to do this and be self-efficient. And then his pop said, "Are you fucking stupid?" And says in Spanish, "Oh, estás pendejo, güey. Eso no es por qué. That's not why." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "The reason why I had you do all that shit is to give you something to freaking do, and because the first thing you had to do was you had to fucking get the gas. You had to go walk down a while to get the fucking gas. That gave me enough time to smash your mom on every fucking Saturday." And that's the reason why I had you do all that shit. it was like, oh, so that kind of ruins the fucking story. It's and all the fucking no, and everybody, because everybody was adding all these fucking details of, oh man, he wanted him to learn this, he wanted to learn that, and everything. No, the dad just wanted to fucking smack, and that fucking ruins the fucking story. So, you know, that's why I feel like adding all this weird shit for Star Wars is doing to the fandom.
Yeah.
Cascade says, shit, I had a mower in San Diego that had blades in it. They spun when I pushed it. I was loving it. Yeah, I had one about 4 or 5 years ago. I was still out there with the fucking push mower because my lawn before I moved into this one was really, really fucking small. So all you had to do was I had 8 strokes, bop, 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 and I was fucking done.
Dude,
But
I hate that shit, dude. Our yard was so fucking big in Wisconsin when we were out there, right? Man, I used to have to do the fucking pull and shit, and then she had kind of like the little modern one where you still gotta fucking press the primer button so many times and then keep yanking that motherfucker. And by the time I got halfway finished with the front lawn, I used to turn to my mom and say, "Hey, look, hey, you know what? You're just gonna have to whoop my ass because I can't finish this today."
See, but sometimes it's not about freaking getting along done. It's just giving that little buck something to fucking do, than fucking sitting on his ass or fucking thinking he was going to go out with his fucking friends, man. So, man, it was so funny when I think because I was just literally thinking about that shit the other day, and I was like, man, every time he told it, he was pulling out a different lesson every single freaking time for every different person. And that shit was fucking. And now that I know the details, that shit's fucking crazy, man. Uh, I guess I gotta go mow my lawn to sleep. I'll catch you with my night walkers. All right. All right. So moving on to some of the news because there was some very interesting stuff. I've been talking about this Paramount Skydance merger. There's a lot of stuff with Star Trek, SpongeBob, Ninja Turtles, you fucking name it. They agreed on a merger, but now some of the shareholders have agreed to are going to sue them to figure out what the fuck they want them to open the books to see if this is even possible. Because within the last week, ever since this was re-announced, they lost a lot of money and they lost a lot of value in in their shares. Um, it's not too bad. I could care less. Like so, because I'm a shareholder, but I could care less. I'm not looking toward this. I'm looking toward to see what the products are going to come out of this. But I would say it's a little too late right now. It should have happened before Tom Cruise went away and went to freaking Max. That's when it should have freaking happened. But instead, they freaking waited like, and now they're into this shit. Marvel is going to print goes back to print on all of its R-rated Red Blood Hunt variants, and Giancarlo Esposito has a rumored Marvel role and Captain for America. Let's see. I don't think I've read this one. Let's see.
Yeah, he's
He is
supposed to be
supposed.
playing George W. Washington or George Washington Bridge. Now that's who people think that he's going to play, and he's going to kind of take the place of possibly Nick Fury. So even though I don't understand how he's going to take Nick Fury's place, and Nick Fury is still around, so
Yeah, that's
but
weird.
he's closely tied to X Force, and he's closely tied to the Weapons Plus program. So because that's what we're going to be getting the introduction of pretty much in Captain America. So,
They've added 9 people to the Pit movie, or actually, it's supposed to be the Pit Max series. Uh, yeah, some pretty good-looking people. I don't recognize any of the freaking names, but yeah. Let's see.
indeed.
San Diego Comic Con 2020-24 schedule, Marvel, The Boys, and more. So that's up. If you want to go to the wrap, they've got this. They supposedly got the schedule up. Paramount Animation and Hasbro is going to be at Hall H at 11:45 on July 25th. What day is that?
I believe that may be
Oh, that
Thursday.
Thursday
Yeah.
at 11:45 in the goddamn morning, motherfuckers.
Hey, dude, I'm all for it. I can never miss that Hasbro Paul's presentation because the Legends, dude, they've been having some banger shit drop lately, and they're on a fucking roll right now. They've
Yeah.
taken all my money. So,
Um, Marvel Studios is going to be in Hall H at 5:30. Preview night. There's going to be free screenings of Barbie and Oppenheimer and 1988's Tom Hanks' The Burbs. And that's all they've announced so far. Actually, there's other ballrooms.
yeah, because
So, but yeah, we're
usually
just going to keep an eye on that.
what Saturday is usually the big Hall H presentation by Marvel. Usually, right? I could
Yeah.
have swore I remember it being like they do a couple announcements Friday and then they do everything really big on that Saturday because they wanted everybody to go see Deadpool and Wolverine over this weekend too. Because you gotta remember this is opening weekend for that.
Yeah. There's a boys panel at 10 a.m. on Friday. Lord of the Rings power panel at 11 o'clock on Friday. Doctor Who and Walking Dead season 2, Walking Dead Dead City, and then 20th Century Studios Alien Rhymeless. So that's a full panel on Friday. Then a on and Ballroom 20, and this is on Friday. There's a Snowpiercer exclusive advanced screening. Damn, I gotta make it there somehow. Dexter, Dragon Prince, Harley Quinn Kite Man panel. And then on Saturday, there's Star Trek Penguin panel. And then Batman Cape Crusaders. I'm not sure what from is, but a celebration of Hasbin Hotel hosted by Hot Topic. And more to come. Oh man, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. I just hope it's not gonna be too fucking hot, man. Um, so apparently NYX #1 shipped out to stores before they were supposed to. I don't think I got any copies so far, but my copy's supposed to arrive pretty soon. Da, da, da.
Yeah, my boy sent me, I believe she's like a reviewer, and she kind of read all of the upcoming X-Men titles, right? So she kind of gave a basic rundown of all that. And the one I'm looking forward to the most is probably Exceptional X-Men. That was the one that she kind of, put a egg on, so
Uh, Embracer Group, that's the one that owns Dark Horse. They are pushing 1.5 billion with the fucking B. They restructured this freaking thing till 2026, so they're not going away anytime soon. Um, I will take a look at this later and think about whether we should talk about this next week. The D23 fan event, they're starting to release stuff that's happening there, which I don't like. Like, look, you got SDCC coming up. You should be concentrating on SDCC. Nobody wants to fucking go down to Florida right now to fuck around with Marvel right now or anything.
yeah.
Shelley Duvall, she was the mom from Shining. She passed away. God bless. Very sad. It was also I don't know if you guys remember the childhood star from Alf. He passed away. He was in his car in Arizona, which had 132-degree weather this past week. Him and his dog, and he pulled over to the side of the road and had a heat stroke and passed. Uh, this one was pretty good. Michael Bay, who was the director for the Star Wars movies, he has signed on to do a TV series for a Volt comic called Barbaric, and it's going to include star Sam Claflin. Never heard of the motherfucker before, but also Patrick Stewart. Um, so some of those covers are absolutely freaking amazing. There's like a 150 that's with the freaking axe, which is absolutely freaking amazing. Um, the the issue #1s, they're out there. They're pretty cheap. But I freaking love this. I love this for Vault. Do I trust it? Do I trust it to actually happen? No, I don't trust it. But we'll see. It's Michael Bay though. That's the thing. It's Michael Bay. Michael Bay can make some shit happen for on the cheap.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, 'cause
Neil Gaiman, man. Neil fucking Gaiman, man. He had some wild fucking some wild freaking allegations about him, man. Freaking um I forget what was happening. I mean I'm pretty sure they were all of the age. It's just that they said that sometimes it was consensual and then other times it was not.
yeah.
So
I mean, that's
it's
fucking
weird
Hollywood.
and yeah. So but the problem is that in particular, at least one of the stories I saw, it was his nanny. So you can't fucking you just got to know better, man. Like, hey, man, if it's your fucking if it's somebody that works for you or that you have any type of fucking power, you just got to fucking stay away. Don't even mess around with that, right?
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna look at you like you are abusing your power over somebody, and just the fact. Doesn't matter whether you said or she said that it's consensual. And then this shit was so long ago, 2003. You don't even have any phone fucking records to freaking, you know, uh, to defend yourself anymore.
Yeah.
Distillery is quitting Lunar, which is weird. They didn't need to quit Lunar. What they needed to do is make those fucking magazine type fucking books smaller so they can actually fit in a fucking regular comic book freaking joint.
Yeah.
But here is the biggest one is that Penguin Random House. They are the ones that right now distribute IDW, Marvel, and Dark Horse. They bought. They are not just going to distribute it. They straight out bought Boom Studios, which is freaking wild to me. Because Boom Studios, it was a little known fact that Boom Studios was actually owned by Disney because they bought it from Fox Studios, and then they just had it. But they weren't. The problem with Disney is that they weren't really doing anything with any of the Boom Studios IP, and they were just kind of freaking sitting there. So it will be interesting to see what Penguin Random House does with this, because they've been trying to buy a whole bunch of stuff. They even tried to buy their rivals Simon & Schuster before they got blocked by the SEC on that one. So we'll see. I don't think
Yeah,
they're
because
gonna.
the only thing that they have up and running right now that we know for sure is the Something Killing the Children series that is concluded, right? Concluded with filming.
Well,
Or did it?
filming? I mean, I have no clue. I mean, I wasn't tracking. If it is,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Well, I just heard that they were making it. I don't know and that was like a while ago. So, I heard it was
Yeah, it
coming
was
because the books were going crazy a little bit.
right. Yeah, it was on and it was off. And then I heard that it was on again. That was a rumor, but I haven't heard anything definitive since then. So they just bought. What did they just buy? Just Beyond. Yep, Something is Killing the Children to be announced. The Woods, Grass Kings, Misfit City, Snowblind, and Butterfly. Mech Cadets, which is on Netflix right now. Berserker, Lumberjanes, and Slam. Oh, then Two Guns, Empty Man, which is already out, and The Killer, which just came out maybe 5-6 months ago. So it's gonna be interesting. Interesting seeing what happens with that. And then what else did we have? Oh, we had some freaking trailers. So let's go ahead and we're gonna take a break and play this one trailer that just came out, and then we'll be right back after this, and we'll probably discuss a little bit about the trailer. So stand by.
Another beautiful day.
Surprised to see you out here, Detective. Jane Doe. Found her down here by the water.
Cause?
Blunt force trauma.
What happened to you? I have a lead in the case. But I can't shake this feeling I'm seeing it wrong.
Is this really how you see yourself?
That witch is gone, leaving you trapped in her distorted spell. Claw your way out.
I miss the glory days. She took every bit of power I had, but I can beat that witch again. Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road. I'm gonna walk the witch's road. The road is a death wish. Join me.
witch in her right mind would join Agatha Harkness's coven?
Not looking for right-minded witches, as it happens.
Sweetheart, you okay?
Oh my God! Whoa! What's she doing? Where's she going?
All right, so that was the trailer for Agatha Harkness, man. It looks like it's going to be good. It's off to a good freaking start. Um, what did you think, man? A lot of people didn't like the whole WandaVision thing. I freaking loved it. I loved all the little Easter eggs in it. What do you think? Because there's some people
Well,
they just want superheroes to be superheroes, and there's other people that wanted to branch off and other stuff.
Well, I'd say like I was a big fan of WandaVision too. I loved what they did with that. It seems like they're bringing like a little bit of that influence over, but it's still like we're going to get some new things in that. Out of the new things, I feel like how it's gonna start is more of less like a murder mystery. That's the flavor that I'm probably feeling for maybe the first episode, maybe even the second. But I'm loving it because they're referencing some things that happened in the comics, and I feel like one of the things they're referencing most of all is the Witch's Road, which had a lot of kind of background to it. There's a series of that, the Scarlet Witch series, which is extremely, I wouldn't say it's hard to find, but I feel like that may get some attention because of this. But I think that I'm ready for it because we're about to head into this whole supernatural, you know, area of the comics, right? So I think that this is going to kind of kick that off, even though I feel like we started way back last year when we got Werewolf by Night, we got Moon Knight, right? But these are definitive characters that kind of are in that genre. And then people forget that Agatha Harkness has more connections in comics than just Wanda, just the Scarlet Witch. She
Mhm.
was the nanny for the Fantastic Four as well. So I'm wondering, hey, could we possibly get some of that, anywhere mentioned? I also see that they got Wiccan in there. So
Mhm.
I was kind of like thrown back, like, okay, well, um, if you have Billy, where is Speed? Because they kind of go hand in hand together to me. So I was wondering, are they going to use this series to set up a kind of a children's crusade type thing, or is this going to lead directly like into a Young Avengers thing, or are we just using this just to bring Scarlet Witch back? Because either or is fine with me. But
Right. I think what they're going to do is they're going to play it by ear, right? They're going to hold on to what people are going to respond to. So, for instance, they tried the comedy thing with Moon Knight, which was crazy, right? Because Moon Knight's supposed to be a fucked up, scary, no, underworld type freaking character, and then they try to make it funny. People didn't like that shit, right? Um, even if you're going to do that, you gotta bring out the freaking mystery. They failed to do that. What people did respond to was the Werewolf by Night. They fucking love that shit, the fucking horror, right? Because that's where superheroes should be inserting themselves in everyday life, is when there's something absolutely fucking scary and absolutely fucking terrific. Then, sure enough, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman come to save the day. So, as you saw in the trailer, it looks like they are going to lean into the horror, lean into some of the poltergeist references, the Amityville type references. They left in some mystery type stuff, right? Which was some of the stuff that was like a holdover from the WandaVision. People did respond very well to that. Like, hey, put a mystery in there. Let that be the carrots I'm going to write in on the story on. But there's also the comedy bit. They left that in there to see if people respond to it. Like, because maybe the other writers just weren't fucking funny for some of this other shit, or is comedy okay some of the freaking time? So that's, I have a feeling that's what this is testing out right now. So if people do respond to the comedy, then they'll be like, okay, yeah, we can have comedy sometimes and put it in these fucking places. If not, then we just got to go horror all the fucking time, horror and fucking mystery. Um, like you were talking about, I like the freaking references. What I needed from Agatha Harkness, the Agatha Harkness series, though, was I needed to see. So during the WandaVision series, right, they had that whole city that she had bound, that Wanda had bound up. I needed to see what that town was before she did all that shit. Because I think one of the pieces that people were missing is that wasn't just a town full of people. That was a town full of fucking witches that she fucking bound up like that. So I was hoping what they were going to do was show what led Wanda there to bound all those, because it was just grief that led her there. There was something that she was doing there prior that led her fucking there and bound all those fucking people up, to include Agatha's son, and all these other fucking witch and all these other crazy ass fucking witches that was going crazy. So, we'll see, because I haven't seen whether this is for WandaVision or if this is after WandaVision. Somebody's probably got the
It's
details.
after.
Is after.
Because yeah, it's actually it should take place after Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So the date that we had on the toe tag, where in the bottom it says W Maximoff, it says October 13th. I believe that date is associated with the date that she brought Cathan's temple down on her, and her soul got transferred to the Witch's Road. So when they show the house and it has, it lit up, and then you see Agatha playing with the red chaos magic. That's all reference to Scarlet Witch. So she's definitely going to show up sometime during the series. The part that, you know, I focused on mostly, though, is the fucking demon. All right. So if you know, like Marvel Comics, you know that we got like a lot of different fucking demons, right? So, but they've been saying that they're going to have one character and they're going to bring them into this shit sooner than later. And that's supposed to be Mephisto. I mean, we've been kind of waiting for him for years now, right? Now, Sacha Baron Cohen has already shot scenes for, I believe it's Ironheart, but they also said that he's supposed to show up in this in some form or fashion. So, that's probably one of the things that I'm looking forward to the most, because I just like the character of Mephisto himself. And, if they do everything right, I think that this series is going to pretty much end with them bringing Scarlet Witch back from the Witch's Road, right? And then we're going to kind of have to collectively wait a little bit longer, because I guess they said Scarlet Witch is going to get a solo series. What I think that solo series may end up revolving around, and not even a series, because I think they said they're going to do a movie, but I think they're going to do House of M, right? Since they're bringing mutants into the mix now, I mean, it would be a perfect time to show us like an offshoot universe, just like how they were showing us 838, right? And then we have this House of M type thing going on, because even with Captain America Brave New World, right, they already hinted through the whole thing, through that trailer, that this is kind of going to be focused on adamantium. Even though they didn't say it, we already know that, right? So I'm just hoping that
Well,
they
did
knock
they
it
did
out of
they
the
did
park.
they specifically say it was animanium? Oh, talking about Brave New World. Sorry about
Yeah,
that. I was thinking about something else.
yeah. So they already kind of hinted towards the Weapon Plus program, especially with if that being GW Bridge, right? Bridges, I think it's GW Washington, George
You watch
Washington Bridges.
yeah.
He was closely tied in with X Force and the Weapons Plus program. And then, the whole point, I think, of what's happening in Brave New World is that it's going to be the world fighting over the resources of Tiamat himself, because I think that somehow, some way, dealing with him, there's going to be adamantium that pops up, right? So in the comics, it was off the shores of Japan, right? So in the trailer, if you have a still of, it was a little radar, right?
Mhm.
One part of it, you had it saying Japan, right? And then you had the Fifth Fleet. So obviously they're hinting towards adamantium for the people that know the adamantium backstory. but then also that also is supposed to somehow tie in into Thunderbolts, because the original idea for Thunderbolts is they said that they were supposed to go. Contessa was supposed to send a team to Tiamat to retrieve something, right? But the whole overarching thing was adamantium,
Yeah.
especially with Sentry, because he's a part of the Weapon Plus program, so
Man,
they're,
I forgot.
they're
I forgot Thunderbolts was even a fucking was even a fucking thing.
yeah.
Jesus.
So I'm
Um,
just, I'm just tying in deep with the little clues that they gave us so far. But as far as Agatha on her own, I think that what's the actress's name? I think she's fucking great. So,
she is.
I think that she kind of even, to me, she made the WandaVision series that much better with her just being in it and her role in it. So, the whole thing with the Agatha, all along reveal, I mean, it was fucking golden. So
All right, man. Freaking we'll see. I haven't had a chance to go like some people and do reel by reel and second by second, but I ain't doing that shit. I got too many fucking books to read. All right, but let's go ahead. We are almost at the hour mark. Let's go ahead and start actually talking about some actual books. These are some of the ones that I went to in the Terror Peak. Saw some of the ones that are freaking trending. Either the prices were close to freaking ratio, or there are a whole bunch of people who bought a whole bunch of copies of this book. That some of this data was as of last Wednesday. I just did another poll actually right before we went on. So here we go. And once again, some of these books actually had at least 30 buys within the last 7 days. So this one is Transformers number 10. I kind of like this one. It's cute, very cute. Like it.
yeah,
Is it freaking Blue Book? No, but it's cute. I freaking like it, man. I think what's that Daniel Warren Johnson with the old GMC freaking truck, GMC van. Remember those?
yeah,
Amazing Spider-Man. Freaking more people were loving these covers with Peter Parker as a freaking Goblin, but here he is also with the Sinister Six on the freaking cover. Then Ghost Rider Final Vengeance. Amazing freaking cover. Loving the Red Hood as a Ghost Rider.
yeah. It's been a great read so far too.
Yeah. What they did to his family was fucked up though.
Yeah, definitely.
This one also came out. There was a first appearance in this one. This one was Hulk the Blood Hunt. Um, Great freaking horror. I love the fact that they said, remember a year ago they were doing that Hulk robot shit. They said,
Yeah,
yeah, people don't like that. Let's go back to doing Hulk and fucking horror. And I'm loving that shit. They freaking returned it, and it's just freaking good reading. Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, issue number 0. People are still buying the shit out of these. And this is Legacy number 240. Then the Ultimates, cover A. I was a little perplexed about this one because people are buying this one, but there was actually a spoiler variant which had America Chavez on the freaking cover. I would have thought that's what the people would have wanted, because if that's because that would have been this book would have been her first appearance um, of that universe type freaking deal. But people went for the cover A.
yeah. We had two first appearances in that too. The American Chavez and Midas, because
Yes.
the other cover with him on the cover, that was his first cover appearance too.
Uh, um, then Daredevil, John Reader Jr. And then of course the one of the books of the freaking week, probably book of the month. Even though I do have one that I think is coming out pretty soon. It's another J. Scott Campbell, this Psylocke J. Scott Campbell, freaking pretty good book. It's got numbers, but it's not world beater fucking numbers. It's like around hovering around like the 25 to 30 right now. Um, and which is weird because there are some first appearances in there. It's a very confusing story, but there are some first appearances in there, and you can't say, well, they're just copies of the clones. No, these are totally different freaking mutants. right? These are mutants mixed with AI, mixed with freaking humans. It's the first of their freaking kind, first of the breed. They are covered up in freaking the little bullshit fucking costumes, but they are freaking there. So um, it's something, right? And in fact, there's also an ad for two other New Mutants that's inside the freaking book as well. Um, would I buy the 1/100 for the 100 and 120? I don't know about that, but I would freaking get this one. But so what I think will happen is that within the next, you know, 3 to 4 months ago, people will slowly freaking start to peel these. Some of the prices will start to freaking go down, and people will start to freaking buy it at a reasonable price, which is what I do suggest.
And another thing about that the X-Men that I did like though,
Mhm.
is that they put a QR code in this book this time. So they had a like a kind of a surprise panel or whatever you want to call it. So I thought that was a really neat concept. So I kind of hope they keep doing shit like that.
Ah, and then here is your, I think it's called the Garson freaking wraparound joint with a whole bunch of mutants on there.
Yeah, this the Scott Koblish.
Yeah. There was a Deadpool foil. There was one put out by Mutant City freaking Comics. People were buying the shit out of that one. Uh, Also, people were buying that Star Wars Ahsoka #1. Um, they were originally buying it on a pre-sale, but people were buying the shit out of it. Um, the Aka, there was the 1/100 and the Aka. People were buying the shit out of the regular freaking Aka as well as the 1/100. So that was pretty interesting to see. Going forward, what we're seeing is Uncanny X-Men #1. That one comes out in August. Witchblade #1. That should actually be coming out this week. There's a 1/100 for the Sinkowitz, but I think what people were looking forward to was, I think, was it J. Scott Campbell
Yeah,
is the one that
the
did that
one in
one.
50, I believe.
Yeah. And then Amazing Spider-Man #53, 1/100. Don't buy the shit out of that one because trust me, there's a whole bunch of other of these Parasotos 1/100s that a few months from now you can just find 9/8 for like $14. So don't waste your money on that one. And of course that Doom #1, that Sanford Green 1/25, that second print. People have been all over that shit. Uh, duh, duh, duh. Yep, same shit, same stuff. Okay, also, um, as far as comics wise, Venom #37, that Venom dinosaur. I don't know why people are buying this. This would not be the first Venom dinosaur. The first Venom dinosaur would have been Devil Dinosaur because at one point there he was a freaking Venom symbiote type freaking deal. There's even a cover with him on one of the freaking deals or the whole Venom freaking monster or some shit like that. Invincible Iron Man. I get this one because people love it when some of these characters get together and they're all lovey-dovey. So you got Invincible Iron Man is Tony Stark with Emma, and this is way after their whole freaking plan was going because they got married just to make the plan
Yeah.
go through. The plan's already freaking done. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and stay together. I think that's what this is implying. So I'm here for it, man. And then on the high end, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, that 1/500. This one's a little surprising because it is at the price that's close to its ratio. We're going for around $400-500. There's also like 1/50s, 1/100s, and like 1 to 250s out there, so we're gonna keep an eye out on those. Universal Universal Monsters, man, they've been doing some really good covers. There was a couple of vampire covers, and there was not a Swamp Thing cover, monster from the deep sea type freaking cover.
Uh, yeah, yeah. I think it
This
was.
one, yeah, I forget what that fucking monster is called, but this one is Frankenstein, and it's a 1/100. Um, and that one's going for $200 right now. Still on this list, and it's been here for at least a month. Wolverine #1, that Gleason Adamantium 1/100 version. Daredevil number 12, that Gabriel de Otto peeking his head out. And then still on this list, but at $159, that's way below what it cost for the ratio, but it's still there. Is that NYX number 1 in 100 Art German Virgin. And then there's numbers for the rest of these, but nothing too big. I would say the only DC book that people have been very looking into as far as a pre-sale, and this one is coming up this week, is Batman Superman World's Finest number 29, cover aid, Dan Mora. And then so here's where it gets interesting. We're not even talking about pre-sales anymore. We're just talking about general freaking comics. X-Men number 1 got it. Number 60, number 2 on my list is The Walking Dead Deluxe. People have been picking this up probably because of new interest because of the Dead City freaking series. The Scotty Young Big Marvels got it. But here's the interesting thing. Down near the bottom, I've got this Marvel Treasury Edition from 1975. It's Doc Strange number 6. It's a giant freaking comic book. It sold 120 units within the last 7 days. I looked into it to see what was going on with that. It's actually a reprint of another freaking book, and this is the Marvel Treasury Edition. I'm not sure why people are freaking buying shit out of it, but here we are. But it's actually got a first appearance of 2 characters, Misha and Kalu. Um, it's a reprint from the second story from this book, Strange Tales number 148. This character Kalu, he was actually a slave or servant of Varney. Varney was the god and the creator of all the freaking vampires. So I'm wondering if it's either that or somebody has heard something that's going to go into the MCU. And that's the only thing I can think of because usually people don't care about what's actually in the fucking comic books. Like, okay, I read it. That's a throwaway character. So somebody might have heard something. What I can say is that it is interesting because I have seen different photos of the character inside the comic book, and he kind of looks like the dude Gus Fring. The what's his name, the Giancarlo Esposito freaking guy. Kind of
Yeah.
looks like him a little bit. But that's probably not him.
Well,
So
we do got Blade coming up. They did cast a girl for Lilith, so they may do something with them or a reference because they are doing like a little shout out at certain gods. They did it in Love and Thunder. Then of course they did it with Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness when they were in the Temple of Chthon. So we never know.
yeah, thanks, Rasper. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yep. All right, here we go. We're going to go into some FOC. Here's some of the new arrivals. Cyber Force. So this one was created by Top Cow Talent Hunt. They had a contest back in 2022. Winners Billy Mokelberg and rising star artist Bruno Abdias. Congratulations, you guys got your first story, your first cover. So it's their debut into the industry with an action-packed tale from the world of Cyberforce. It's set in the Rebirth area. Now, Cyber Data Industries takes on one of their operatives. We're tracking down an Aphrodite 4 android that has gone rogue, and it's up to Ballistic to hunt down a walking weapon of mass destruction. But if CDI is wanting to destroy anything or anyone that does not fit neatly in with their plans, what does that mean for her? So, sexy cover.
Yeah, I
Absolutely
like it.
fucking sexy cover. So we'll see. I'll freaking read it. I'll order a copy for myself and let's see how this freaking goes, man. Then also from Boom Studios, just bought by Big Random House, Red Before Black number 1. Also from Alien Books, David Connolly's Damaged People. This one is done by Garth Ennis, who was the writer for The Boys and The Preacher. So he's got some stuff that's out there. It's called Babs. Babs is so think about. I don't know if you guys remember her, Xena Warrior Princess, right?
Mhm.
It's like that where she has her little assistant and everything, but she's an alcoholic, like bad. She does nothing but fucking drink, get drunk, vomit all over the fucking place, and fucking fight. Not for like, oh, I want to fucking save the children and everything. No, she's like, I'm gonna fucking fight you in this fucking bar, and then I'm gonna make you pay for my fucking beer so I can get drunk for the rest of the night. Then I'm gonna go outside, vomit all that shit up. and it's fucking wild. So it's a fucking great book. It's fucking funny. Um, the problem is that right now people aren't feeling the sword and sandal type genre, but we will see if Michael Bay can make that
Barbaric.
barbaric. Yeah, if he can make that work, and you also got Gladiator 2 coming. If those start working, then all of a sudden you will see a bunch more sword and sandal fucking movies and TV series freaking coming. To include, I think isn't Anthony Hopkins in the TV series on Max,
Yeah.
but it's about Rome.
Yeah.
So some of the studios they have an appetite for some of the stuff, but there's the serious stuff. But then they also need some comedy stuff, and this would definitely fill that hole. There is a 1 to 4, which is like a black and white of another one of some other freaking art. Now I'll show later. But I read this and I laughed my fucking ass off. It was fucking good.
I'm gonna have to catch one of those.
Coming July 18th, I think. Yep. Uh, Patra issue number 1 in the world Maniacs, One Innocent Girl. Comes from the creators behind Starman and The Flash. Comes to this new supernatural heroes natural series about slasher monsters, mad scientists, and cult movies inspired horror. A young girl named Patra wakes up with no memory of her past. All she knows is that a big knife and a horrific mask appears whenever she's in danger. Oh, and that a deranged killer from the 1980s slash films who was slaughtering families in a small town wants to make Patra his victim too. So the art is wicked, very memorable.
Yeah, I like it, so
Yeah,
I might have to pick
so
one up.
yeah.
See what they got on the incentives too.
So this is not an issue number 1. This is Absolute Power number 2. However, there are two two new characters in this freaking book. Are they freaking big world rocking freaking characters? One maybe. One maybe. It depends on do they have the fucking balls to stick with the fucking change that they got in here. So as you can see on the fucking cover, you've got Superboy, John Kent, in the fucking robot fucking costume, and he's evil. If they fucking stay with it and keep him fucking evil, then you fucking got me. Then you're on the way to something. And let me tell you about DC, the stuff on FOC for DC this week. Read a whole bunch of them, maybe like 5 or 6 titles. A lot of freaking good stuff. A lot of good stuff. I was very surprised. Distillery has got Life number 1. Stuff that's in TV, movies, games, or toys. Greylock. It's actually got a series coming out for this one. It's on issue number 2. Star Trek number 23. Raza. Why you got her looking all sad, Dalbo? Deadpool Team Up movie photo variant. And then Batman number 151. This one is the action figure variant.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up all of these, dude. For some reason, I just got a thing for action figure variants, and that just hit the spot. I need
Yeah,
that.
but this one actually looks like a fucking action figure, not like
Yeah,
the Star Wars joints.
or it
And
just
then
looks drawn. Yeah,
yeah, and then this one is Poison Ivy number 1.
definitely. Those motherfuckers are fire. I actually got a few of those.
And then so that look at the comparison to where this looks like it, and then this looks like it's just drawn. But this one is by Matt Cave, Defenders of the Earth, issue number 1, Flash Gordon.
Yeah. I mean, I still like it, but the DC ones got me because that it looks more like photorealism or just a photo type demonstration of them. So, but it still looks good.
All right, here is some of the good reads that I recommend. Absolute Power, issue number 2. Batman number 151, which is a continuation of Absolute Power number 2. So something happens, then Batman rolls off from the story to go freaking do something. That's continued here in Batman number 151. I want to know how many times he's over there like Catwoman wear his fucking cowl and shit. That's fucking crazy. Yep, Babs number 1, absolutely fucking funny. All right, here are some of the good joins by some of the good artists that we know. Sweet Paprika, Black, White, and Pink. This one is by Miki Okazaki, who literally does some really good work. He's done some really great fucking Star Wars characters, so it's kind of interesting to see him do the Sweet Paprika, and it's pretty damn freaking sexy. Batman number 151. This one is Gabriel Delgado. It's not that it's bad. It's actually really fucking good. It's just that I keep seeing the same shit from him all the time.
Kind of looks like a throwback with the title
Exactly.
and all.
How many times can he be on top of a statue at night?
Yeah, dude. I love Delgado, but he's another one that kind of has that dark, gritty vibe to me. All his books. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a lot of that shit, but after a while, you just want a little something different sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
See what else he can actually do.
He's a fucking master. He just needs some different inspiration.
Yeah.
Another soon to be master. He's soon to be. He puts out a lot of good stuff. He just needs a couple more books for us to consider him a master. David Nakayama, who we had on this show maybe a month ago, or is it a couple months ago?
It was about a month
Good
ago.
fucking dude. Yeah, good fucking dude.
The guy actually has fucking merchandise in Target right now, dude. The Deadpool 3 hoodies. And
Really?
I picked one up, dude. Yeah, it has. I don't know if that's going to be an exclusive or it's going to be a regular cover, but it's a Deadpool and Wolverine book, but it's on the back of the hoodie. And then on the front of the hoodie, it's the Deadpool symbol with the claws going through it. And then I think it has Deadpool down the sleeve. So I sent him a picture of it the other day. He was fucking astounded by it.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah.
Ekongun Brutality of the Gods by Maria Adelaide. Issue number 3. This one is done by Enyuk Lee and Hayek Lee. Wow, so it's pretty interesting to see an artist like Enyuk Lee behind this freaking book. I've yet to freaking read this one. I guess I should probably pick it up and see what's going on because it looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, it gives me Conan in the Jungle vibes.
Yeah. I don't think I would see a motherfucker fuck around with a rhino though. That's the only thing. Nathan Zerdy with Absolute Power number 2.
That's different for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, because he usually has maybe like one or two girls in the pose or just one, right? So that's a step up for him, in my opinion.
I just wish there was a little time when Supergirl, she had this fucking axe. They should give her back that fucking axe because she was fucking brutal with that motherfucker, man. She was going across galaxies to fucking chop motherfuckers' head off with that shit. But nobody was reading it, so they was like, all right, fucking, I guess we'll just drop the axe now. So.
Yeah.
Kneel Before Zod, number 8, a Lucio Perillo. So I will say, and I just noticed it, that this is the first time that I think I've really ever seen Superman's ass kind of sticking out like that. And the reason why I note that is because for girls, They always had the girls, with the back turned so you can see their ass, and guys, you'll see from the side, you'll see them from front, but you never see their ass. But Lucia Perillo went differently. He's like, you know what?
Put some
Let's
cheeks
show,
on that
yeah,
bitch.
put some cheeks on this. And by the way, his elbow has got to be in freaking Zod's fucking groin. The fucking like motherfucker, you grip me up on my neck, but don't put your elbow on my fucking nuts, man. Fucking yo, I gotta go home to my kids after this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, here's some good art that I would otherwise have ignored. Batman number 151, a Joe Thompson. It looks like a watercolor, but you know what? And I will say that I am tired of seeing Catwoman with a whole bunch of cats. But you know what? This doesn't look that fucking bad at all. It looks actually pretty good. Catwoman's face is fucking fuckily as fuck in this one. But you know
Yeah.
what? I do like what the subject matter in this one. This one is another Lucia Perillo for Absolute Power number 2.
Yeah, I like
Pretty
it.
good.
Yeah, I like it.
Then Gotham City Sirens number 1, cover B by Scott Forbes.
I like Forbes, man. He's been dropping some nice shit lately. I mean, I like the Catwoman 1 in 50 he had not too while ago, like what, about 3 weeks ago, I think it was. I really like that shit. So I think I just kind of like how he draws shit or paints it or however he's doing it. His shit hits different to me.
I love the punchline. I love the Catwoman. I love the Harley Quinn. I'm not a fan of the Poison Ivy deal. Not a fan, but
Yeah,
the other 3 girls, absolute fucking fire.
yeah, I agree.
This one is remind me who this is. Forgot
It
the
looks like Kunka, but maybe Kendrick Lim. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I forget. This one is absolutely fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, I like this.
It looks like you definitely used a real girl for this one. Gotham City Sirens number 1. This is the bathing swimsuit variant. Looking fucking around with the chupacabra. It's not chupacabras. Caraparas or something like that in apples and shit. All right, a little spiciness with Gun Honey Collision Course number 1, the nude variant. Then Gilliam March. I don't know why he made her look like a blow-up doll, but all right. Here is some of the ones that were a little funny. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Hey, there it is. That's the one on the fucking hoodie.
Really?
Yes, sir. That's on the. I got it in there right now. Here, give me a second. I'll
said
go
it's at fucking Target.
Yeah, dude. Hold on.
Man, he better not be fucking around with me, man, because I'll be fucking dead tired going to fucking Target looking for some damn hoodie and shit. Ain't that a fucking bitch?
Let's see if I can get it in there. Fuck. Shit. There you go.
What? The book's not even out, and they got a fucking hoodie for that shit?
Yeah, sure. Fucking it's the front of the hoodie. It's definitely got Deadpool on the sleeves. I think it's just that sleeve, but yeah, it's fucking fire. I had to get it to support my boy. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
I think it was about 20, $25 or some shit. Fuck. Where did I have it? Where it got in there. But yeah, that's the cover, dude. Fucking amazing.
Take a photo of it, put it on fucking Instagram, man.
Yeah, I definitely am.
And then tag David and tag Target.
Yeah. Cause that motherfucker dude, when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, my boy got work. I think he's like one of the first artists that I've seen that has an actual fucking apparel product in Target like that. I mean, I've seen other kind of shit reminiscent of other covers in a way, but usually it's just the character or whatever the fuck. So this is the first time that I've seen, because usually I get my own shit made. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to
Mhm.
comic book shirts and shit like that, I get my own shit made on Amazon. So
Yeah,
when I
but
saw that,
how's the material though?
oh shit, everything that I've been getting fucking is A1. It's been lasting me. I found this one dude on Amazon where I don't know what the fuck he's using, but I mean I've washed the shirt and everything, and it's still fucking clean as fuck. But you can go on any Google and fucking search any picture, just get a nice, decent, high resolution, and then fucking you insert it right on the, you know how you go to Amazon listings, right
Yeah.
there. You can put that shit right in there. You pick your color, and it's like $22. They send it straight to you.
Nice. All right. We're still on the funny stuff. Babs issue number 1. Even though I like the front cleavage, the thing that made this fucking funny is if you look closely at the sword has hands.
I see that.
And the sword is making is making a gesture toward Babs. So, God. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to figure out which cover I want, but this I'm definitely gonna, because you gotta buy at least 4 to get the 1 in 4. So this might be at least one of them. Now, Batman 151. This is the swimsuit variant. Tell me why. The reason why this is fucking funny is because tell me why you got my boy Alfred out there in a tuxedo in a 3-piece fucking suit, and you got Bruce in a fucking banana hammock, and then you can see like the fucking heat. Alfred is so pissed. He's either pissed or he's hot, and that fucking heat is literally coming off his fucking forehead. So my boy, like motherfucker, you got me out here fucking timing your ass. At least put some motherfucking clothes on, bro. And yeah, so
my man got a bat symbol on the speedos. He's going all out with this shit.
Yeah, not even on like the back or some shit, like on the front. The fuck? Yeah, no. Shit,
You
yo.
want everybody to know you're fucking Batman right before your high dive.
Bruce is on some other shit, man. On some other shit. All right, here we go with Birds of Prey. This is Atarosa. Very reminiscent of Scotty Young. X Factor, Scotty Young.
Yeah, I like that too.
All right, here is some homages. Here's your Babs, Masters of the Universe homage. Or is it probably She-Ra?
No, you were right the first time. It's
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe.
Then
oh wait, you know what? Now think of it, maybe it's fucking He-Man.
That's his other universe.
That is Masters of the Universe, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I be getting confused, bro. That's y'all shit, bro. You know, I came in a little late for that shit, but you know, I caught a little at the back end. That's y'all shit, bro.
Here we go with Shazam number 14. Looks like a Dragon Ball Z homage.
Yeah, we got a few of those coming.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this was homaging, but yeah, definitely Superman number 3.
That's Dragon Ball Z too, I think.
Yeah. And then Gun Honey, a homage to the Superman. Captain America punching Hitler cover.
Yeah.
Just a few hard joints with Kill All Mortals number 2. Here's your Ivan Tao.
I like that.
The Unbeing part 1 for issue number 3. Penthouse Comics. Pretty good fucking cover, man. Any other fucking comic, I'd be all over the shit, but like, man, Penthouse, I gotta have some fucking porn up in my fucking house for no fucking reason. God damn. I'm gonna get it though. Too many fucking foils. Here's, you guys want to take a fucking snapshot of the fucking foils. Here's your fucking snapshot. But yeah, Absolute Power number 2. There's a foil for that one. Chitaur number 2. Leslie. Great fucking cover. I gotta have this one. The problem is I gotta determine whether I want the foil or the metal. But yeah, Vampirella number 666, Lucia Perillo.
Yeah, but didn't we got that a while ago? Aren't we like on 669 or some shit now?
Right, but gotta remember, so they don't release the foils and metals as they do at the time of the regular ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I just
Dynamite is
remember
weird like
that I think it was that Felipe Masafera. I remember that one, and I think I remember this one too because I think I got this regular. But I was confused. I thought it was going to be a part of the San Diego Comic-Con books.
They
coming
probably
up.
do.
It's a
Nope,
shit
they
ton.
probably do. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, they released like 40 to 50 of the same fucking title, same exact issue, just different shit.
Yeah.
Slaughter Otter, issue number 1. There's a foil for that one. Gun Honey. And there's a naked variant of this one. Chitara, issue number 2. All right, there's a bunch of late prints. I think I already mentioned that there's a bunch of second prints. Oh, actually, excuse me. This is Bitmap, issue number 5. Then, of course, there is a whole bunch of different second print, third prints, and everything for all the Blood Hunt red bands, 1 through 5. I'm not gonna pull them all up. This one is a second print for. Actually, it's not a second print. This is a facsimile for Betty and Me from the Archie series. Then Policy Comics. This one is a facsimile of the first appearance of the Phantom Lady. Shout out to Josh, who actually tried to sell one of these during one of the "How May We Help You" sale, and nobody bought. Absolute Power, second print. This one is for Project Pegasus for Blind Adam, wherever you are, brother. Vampirella, Dark Reflections, number 3. Lucia Perillo, a butt naked but bloody ass fucking Vampirella right there on the fucking cover.
Yeah, I like that one.
You would walk in the room, be absolutely terrified, but you wouldn't walk away.
You'd walk
Like, hold up,
terrified
like,
with a boner.
Yeah, you were like, hey, what the fuck? And you know you're supposed to go away, but you're like, are you all right, girl? And she shows her fans. She shows her fangs. Like, do you need some chocolate? What the fuck? What do you need from me? You know? All right, Sweet Paprika. I forget. This one is a cover D. Elena Manicastri. Here's your photo cosplay for Vampirella. Skinny though, too skinny.
Yeah.
Penthouse Comics, issue number 4.
I like that one. That's fire.
Gun Honey Collision, Rare Temper, front back nude. Ninjak versus Roku, issue number 3. And then there's your swimsuit variant for Gun Honey Collision Course. And it also has a not cosplay, but a photo for Penthouse Comics, of course. All right, so we're getting ready to go into some of the racial variants, but before then, we are going to play another trailer. Stand by.
Wilson.
Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the new look.
They said lose the mustache or lose the election. You and I haven't always agreed in the past, but I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position.
And if we disagree on how to manage this situation, then what happens?
Work with me, Sam. We'll show the world a better way forward.
Sir, your inner circle's been compromised. Either you can't see that, or you don't want to. What is this, a trap?
Global power is shifting. You're just a pawn.
You may be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not.
All right, that was the trailer for Brave New World Captain America coming out in February of 2025, man. And it seems far away, man, but man, it'll be here before you know it. Hopefully they don't push it back for some crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're getting into some of the ratio variants. This is the Babs number 1. This is that 1 in 4. It's black and white. Maybe they probably should have did like foil or something like that instead of doing like a 1 in 4. But I guess whatever, that's fine. Darren Baptiste, hey, how's it going, brother? It says, hey, Lucas, I am looking at the sword on that Babs cover. I assure you. Me too, brother. Me too. All right, here are some of the 1 in 10s. Pause so you guys can take a look at it. There's a whole bunch. Too many 1 in 10s. But here are the ones that I pulled out. Scarlet, issue number 3. Fantastic fucking fighting cover. Penthouse Comics, issue number 4. A polybag. 1 in 10. Space Ghost, Bjorn Burns. Thundercats Chitara, number 2. This one just got dropped maybe at 5 o'clock today. The Deviant. Some Thundercats. I Lie Popeye. This is a 1 in 10. It is very similar in every which way except for the color background. Very similar to the Free Comic Book Day freaking variant, which was green, which is Free Comic Book Day. That's probably the one you want. There are a bunch of new characters in this one, to include some partials, which will eke over into issue number 2. There's your Slaughter Otter 1 in 10. Red and Black. Wait, I just noticed. Is that fucking snake biting her on the titty?
It is. That's what it looks like because of the wrinkles.
It is. It is that the mouth of that snake is straight up biting her on the fucking titty. And I just noticed that she has a fucking gun slit down in front of her fucking vajayjay. What the fuck is going on here? That always pisses me off in fucking movies when I see fucking dudes fucking take the fucking gun and put it down the fucking front of their fucking pants where their fucking John is. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
Cheddar Bob learned about that one quickly.
Shit. Garfield. Garfield is coming back and it has a 1 in 10.
Yeah, I want that one.
1 in 15s. They're Justice Ducks, Space Ghost, the Thundercats. That Darkwing Duck looks good. Space Ghost, That Chitara. Remember, there's also a foil for this one. Life by Distillery. Defenders of the Earth. Cruel Universe. Man, there's a bunch of variants for the Cruel Universe. Here's your 1 in 20s. Garfield, 1 in 20. This was my favorite right here. I like this one. Then there's a bunch of 1 in 25s. Let me take a look at it, make sure I'm tracking what's going on there. Actually, let me make sure I
I'm
forget.
all over these, dude. This is my field.
Okay. All right, here we go. Batman 151. Here is a cover H 1 in 25 by James Herron. Birds of Prey, issue number 2, Rian Gonzalez.
Yeah, I gotta have that one.
Gotham City Sirens, Ben Harvey 1 in 25. I just want to know, when did Punchline start hanging out with these girls, though? I
And
thought I
I
thought
think
she was in jail.
it's just some new shit that they're probably doing for Sirens, so they probably added her into the group. But I'm all for it. I like this cover a lot. That's fucking fire.
Penthouse Comics, issue number 4, 1 in 25. Ain't No Grave. The 1 in 25s for Ain't No Grave have been nothing to fuck with. Make sure you grab yours. The Deviant, number 7. Scarlet, issue number 3. Amazing Spider-Man, Cho. Deadpool Team Up.
What the fuck is that in the background? Oh, Crystal. I was just looking at that. It was top right. That's Crystar. I had to look a little harder. The helmet.
Yeah, and if you look, there's Major X,
Yeah.
who was one of Rob Liefeld's major joints, but he got upset at the way Marvel freaking released it, so he's like, I'm just stepping away from that shit, and then the character quickly fucking died off.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the Jonas scarf variant. I don't know why they got Wolverine and Hulk down there looking like they're kissing, making out though.
That's fucking Deadpool doing that. Like those got to be like his little toys or some shit.
and then you got Major X with his hand. Why does his hand look like it's up his ass, Hulk's ass?
And Crystar just pulled the butt plug out of Wolverine.
Yeah. Like, yo. Oh Jesus. Spider Society. The solicit says a whole bunch of stuff, but more importantly, it says, that's right, every Spider character you love and some you haven't met yet. So that implies that there's going to be some new characters in this one.
Yeah, that's one I'm gonna have to get a few of.
Yeah, and that's 1 in 25, Tony Daniel. Darth Vader number 49. Here's a 1 in 25 by Kel and Goo. Then Ultimate issue number 3. There's a 1 in 25 by Emma Lupacino. Not sure why she's gray, but all right.
It looks like an Indian She-Hulk. Like the attire looks Indian to me.
Well, I'm not sure whether it's Indian or maybe it's maybe like Guam or like Pacific Islander. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I see that too. It could be either or, but with the flowers, it's probably Guam, like you said, with the flowers on her top.
But I don't know. Let's see what's going on with that. Ultraman Avengers. This one is Medina. Vampirella Dark Reflections, issue number 3 by Golden Dews. Got a bat tattoo. Venom number 3, John Jang. X Factor, Mahmoud Asrar. And here you go with a X-Men number 1 second print. 125, John Tyler Christopher, a negative space variant. This one is a Taran Clark. Power Rangers, or excuse me, Ranger Academy issue number 9. Antonellini. Red Before Black. Life. Chitara. And then now we're going into the 1 in 50s. Batman number 151 and 1 in 50. Steven Subic. Here's your Ben Harvey. Actually, that's not a 1 in 25. That's 1 in 50, I believe. I got to freaking check that. Power Fantasy. Scarlet. Absolutely fucking brutal. Great fucking art. X Factor. Iron Fist. Wait, but who's the Iron Fist nowadays? Is it that new fucking kid? Or did they put it back to fucking Danny?
It's
Fuck,
I
man.
believe it's back on Danny, if I'm not mistaken.
What are they fucking doing, man?
But I had to check because I haven't. I don't even remember seeing him. Even recent, like through the whole blood hunt thing. I haven't seen him. I can't. What the last shit he was in? I don't even think it was Gang War. It has to be even before that. So is this a new series, or is this like the fucking Silver Surfer, like they just had come out, the annual?
Yeah, it's a new. I think it's a new series. Let's see. Actually, let me check. It says Iron Fist 50 anniversary special.
Okay, so yeah, it's the annual. Yeah, because he hasn't. We haven't seen any type of Iron Fists in recent times.
Red and Black. Space Ghost. All right, now here's your 1 in 100s. Power Fantasy. Tula Lote. Somebody must have been telling her to calm the fuck down on her shit because her shit's been kind of lame for the last couple of weeks. X-Men What If? Or excuse me, Amazing Spider-Man number 55. What If? Here's a Spider Society 1 in 100 Spider Gwen Virgin variant. Archer. Or is that incorrectly? Archer. That's Archer.
Yeah, it's Archer.
X Factor Greg Land. John Scott Campbell. X-Men number 2. Cruel Universe. All right, here we go. We're going into the home stretch. These are the books that are coming out this coming week. 7/17. Ain't No Grave, 1 in 25. Oh, excuse me, not a 1 in 25. This is the third printing. The third printing of Ain't No Grave. What If? Aliens. Phil Noto. Amazing Spider-Man. Looks like a homage to all every cover I can think of. Truth or Dare, issue number 1. Dracula. First time Blades, what's her name? Bloodline is going to get Dracula himself. One of Thor, the Infinity Watch. The annual. Phoenix. There's quite a few covers, I believe, for this one.
Yeah.
Include this one, Peace from Moko. Rat City, issue number 4. People have been loving this book. Yeah, I need to pick this up, see what the fuck's going on. Ultimate X-Men. And here's your Witchblade number 1, 1 in 50, and your 1 in 100. And that is that, sir.
Yeah, there's a few things coming out next week. Pretty good shit. But I'm not gonna lie to you. We're trying to speed past this week and get to that fucking Deadpool Wolverine. That weekend is fucking grand. So, dude, I'm just fast forwarding
You
time
better
right
get
now.
the tickets. You better get your tickets now, man. So you don't have to.
I bought those bitches the first 30 minutes they dropped.
Yeah, man. Fucking, and then buy the seats on either side of you. So you don't have some fucking smelly motherfucker right next to you.
Yeah, I just gotta see what popcorn buckets they got going because I've seen so many, so I don't know which one they're gonna have at this theater. I might have to go theater hopping just to get the ones I want, but
Yeah, see, that's the only thing about the fucking Alamos. They don't have the fucking buckets. They
yeah,
just
dude,
went,
yeah.
which is why they probably they went bankrupt. They got bought by Sony.
Yeah,
You
see,
know.
like well, our theater, they have certain shit. Like one time I was pissed because I was looking for something else. They had this fucking Guardians of the Galaxy fucking light up bucket with the whole fucking map on it that lights up in the front. And then when I got there, they had fucking Rocket. There was a fucking 12-inch rocket statue with a 10 fucking, crate looking shit. I'm like, cool, I'll take it, but dude, I hope that they have whatever fucking one they have that, is fucking dope, then I'll just get that. If not, then I'm definitely gonna go theater hopping because the one goal that I have when this fucking movie comes out is I'm trying to find that claw machine with the fucking Deadpool and Wolverine necklace. I gotta get one for me and the lady, and that's our mission.
Yeah, unfortunately, I will probably be. Yeah, I'm going to be in Mexico when that shit fucking comes out. So I gotta find the theater and
You're going to
see.
the condo, right?
Yeah, but I'm going to be in Mexico. I'm
Yeah,
staying in
dude.
Mexico.
I was
In
like
fact,
so thinking about giving you some fucking good money to go over there and slide over to the Hasbro and see what kind of little shit they got going because they
oh,
always
I,
giving out exclusives in that bitch.
oh yeah, I will be visiting them, but also got to remember I'm going to the retailer lunch, and at the
Yeah,
retail lunch, all those distributors will be there giving out free shit. So
yeah, dude. Let me know, dude. I'll get some money together now, bro. We can fucking monopolize this shit because
absolutely, man.
I pay attention to all the legends and all the figure exclusives and shit they talk about. But I just know like usually this time of year, since we already did the fucking giant man shit, that should be shipping like I guess maybe early fall into summer. So
Mm,
now they're getting ready to probably announce the next one after the Star Wars Cantina shit wraps up. So I'm getting money ready for that too. So
yeah. So what's interesting is I just picked up as a distributor EE. What are these guys called? EE something. EE
Entertainment
distribution.
Earth, or yeah,
Yes. Yes.
Entertainment Earth, yeah.
So and I had in order to use the freaking website, they have class, right? So you show it all the thing, and then they say, hey, and by the way, there's a whole bunch of dates in there. And you can't put anything on your website. You're not supposed to fucking talk about certain things in there. So pay attention because if they catch us fucking talking about it or putting it on our fucking website, then we get them fucking embargo and shit right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just let me know if there's anything you're looking for, and I will look out for it on the website. And then so like right now, the big thing right now is definitely that fucking Megatron and shit, but people ain't got the people ain't got the bread for that shit. Um,
Yeah, well, you know how
yeah.
this season goes. Everybody fucking saves up $1 trillion for Comic Con because that's when they drop the most exclusive shit. Even your basic action figures that are really like $25, right, going for
Mm,
$100. So it's just that time of year. So everybody is holding that money back right now. I was just talking about it for the last couple of weeks how people aren't picking up certain shit that would usually be gone by now. So just keep an eye on. Another way I gauge that is like when I look at Midtown, right? Because Midtown is kind of like a staple in the country for comics, right? A lot of people shop there. And then when you look at their sales and the shit that, sells out right away, that's the shit that you go back on eBay, check the market, and see if it's doubled yet, because that's how that usually goes. So,
yeah,
just this next 2 weeks is going to be extremely interesting.
definitely, man. Freaking yeah. And if you do use eBay, make sure if you do sell, make sure you do look into using Therapy versus the normal freaking eBay freaking page because that gives you a little bit more insight and a little better statistics on what you should be buying, and how much you should be freaking selling it for. Go collect. Go collect used to be my go-to, But then they put everything behind the fucking paywall, and I'm like, yeah, fuck all that, man. It's not even worth my time.
Yeah, definitely.
But that is our fucking time, or that's all the time I want to spend on this stuff. There's a whole. I'm looking once again. I'm still looking to do another show because manga and anime. There's a whole new bunch of stuff that just broke off this freaking summer and within the last week. I probably should do a show on that. Now that I got access to the EE distribution, there's a whole bunch of toys and stuff I should probably be freaking talking to. I just got to get my fucking shit together and freaking do some more shows on that stuff. And then of course, I think the guys wanted to do another How May We Help You Sell right before the con, so we got to freaking check on that stuff as well. But once again, I thank you guys for hanging out with us and giving us your freaking time at this early time in the fucking morning or at night. I just want you guys to freaking make sure you fucking stay safe, keep your heads on the fucking swivel, don't spend too fucking much. Just let the market drop and then swoop in. All right. Love you guys. We're out of here.
For each man in his time, you say, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, along the pond within his reach.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know, it is Drunken Chat